Fight you? No, I want to kill you.
Last time on Dragon Ball Super, Moro's minions arrived on planet Earth, and Gohan arrives to save Piccolo, punching 7-3 in the gut, knocking him back. Gohan, knowing all of Piccolo's moves, gave 7-3 a good beating since he was just replicating all of Piccolo's attacks. Then to our surprise, 7-3 revealed that he could replicate more than one person's ability, and as a result summoned Moro's powers. While Gohan, Piccolo, and Krillin were nearly defeated due to having their energy absorbed, Moro ordered 7-3 to spare them as he discovered that Goku and Vegeta will return on Earth, stronger in 2 months, where Moro will want to absorb their energy, including everyone else on Earth. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, we get a very interesting conversation between Whis and the Grand Priest, where they tease that Meerus is, indeed, an angel. So what's up guys, Emilio back again, and in today's video I will talk about the Angelic laws, what Meerus' role could be, and why the Grand Priest may be allowing Meerus to break the rules. So get ready guys, because this will be exciting.
This is it, Vegeta! Come on, let's go!
Meerus is a lot more than meets the eye, and we have had hints ever since day one where even Vegeta was the first to notice that there is something off about Meerus. Not only was Meerus able to capture Goku and Vegeta, but he was also able to fool them twice when he sabotaged the robber's spaceship. Vegeta was purposely tracking Meerus at that time, yet he was able to fool him without Vegeta being able to see it. But now we know that Meerus is indeed an angel, as we got our first hint from Goku when he was training with him at the end of chapter 54, where Goku said, "I just realized I've never seen you eat. Don't you get hungry?" With Meerus having to say, "I can eat or not eat, it's all the same to me." With Goku replying, confused, "Huh?" We said the same thing. If it's the same to you, then maybe I won't eat either. The food here is kinda meh. Haha, poor Goku, he never picks up on things. Anyways, as I mentioned in my last video, it is interesting on how Meerus has had the same color palette as the angels, and also has the same fighting stance as Whis, where interestingly enough, the manga then transitions to Whis observing Goku and Meerus training, while he is in front of Zeno's house, waiting on the Grand Priest. Where the Grand Priest arrives and says, "So very sorry to make you wait. Now, how can I help you, Whis?" With Whis replying, "Apologies for the sudden request, but Grand Priest, I presume you are aware that our universe is once again in discord." With the Grand Priest having to reply, "It seems that way. Universe 7 is a restless one." Whis then responds, "I am deeply ashamed for it." Then the Grand Priest says, "What business did you have with me? I don't suppose you intend to ask for your universe to be saved," where Whis responds by saying, "I would never. We angels must maintain neutrality, siding with neither good or evil." Then the Grand Priest replies with, "Just so. Then what would you ask of me?" Where Whis replies with, "There is something I wish to confirm concerning our angel laws." Then the Grand Priest says, "The matter of Meerus, I suppose." As Whis asks, "You are aware that?" So all of this evidence points to Meerus being an angel. It even got to the point where even Whis had to pay a visit to the Grand Priest unannounced and apologize, which shows that Whis was concerned for Meerus and that it is a big deal. And because most gods, even if the Grand Priest is their father, they can't just show up unannounced unless they have a good reason to. So this further confirms that Meerus is an angel who is possibly not following the angelic laws. So the question arises as to what the angelic laws are. We know that one rule is that angels must maintain neutrality, siding with neither good nor evil, and when a god of destruction is killed, then the angel attending him or her ceases to function until the next god of destruction is appointed for them to serve. As we can see, the Grand Priest is aware of Meerus, and for what it seems, is allowing him to break the rules of the god hierarchy. As we can look back on how Meerus has engaged himself in a lot of fights, one with Moro and several times with Moro's minions. Now we could also argue that Whis also broke the law by turning back time, giving Goku another chance to stop Frieza during the Resurrection arc, but what Meerus is doing is more direct, which could be why Whis is questioning how far they can get involved with mortal affairs. I do have a theory that maybe the Grand Priest only turns a blind eye for when it comes to the greater good of the multiverse. For example, the Grand Priest is aware on how time travel is forbidden, yet he still allowed, or I should say, didn't punish Goku for going to the future and then bringing future Zeno to the present timeline. So in theory, the Grand Priest does not appear to intervene, but does turn a blind eye when he knows the actions of others breaking the rules are for the greater good. As I explained in my last video, Meerus in theory is an angel or fallen angel that seeks peace. He does not want to live an eternity under servitude to a dangerous god like Zeno that can destroy anything at a blink of an eye. He is definitely not like most of the other angels, where when their own universes were erased during the Tournament of Power, they did not care. Well, I guess you could say Kusu and Vados showed some emotions, but looking at Meerus, he actually cares about the well-being of a universe where he decided to hide undercover as a Galactic Patrol space cop. Now the interesting thing is that the Grand Priest knows of Meerus, but still turns a blind eye. Perhaps the Grand Priest will tell Whis that yes, what Meerus is doing is against the Angelic Law, but just how Goku brought future Zeno to the present timeline, it actually ended up keeping the multiverse alive. Because if Goku would have broken his promise to Zeno and not found a perfect friend for him, then Zeno could have gotten angry enough to erase universes or even the multiverse itself. So in a similar way, maybe the Grand Priest views Meerus' interference as a way to help keep the multiverse in line, otherwise Moro could cause chaos in other universes and as a result upset Zeno. So maybe the Grand Priest has strict laws set in place, but at times must bend the rules for the greater good. So maybe this will be the discussion Whis and the Grand Priest will have. I also have a few other theories that I'd like to share with you guys. One of them is, maybe Meerus, like I mentioned in the last video, wanted to free his duties as an angel and somehow avoided being seized from functioning before his universe got erased. Or that he somehow escaped the Angelic realm, which is why he is hiding his true powers to not be caught. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about when I say Angelic realm, I did do a video recently called Meerus' Secret, a Fallen Angel and His Possible Origin. I highly recommend watching it from the link below as it breaks down a lot of the points I am making in this video. Now another theory that I have is maybe the angels have different levels in their god hierarchy. There is perhaps the lower level ranked angels that are in training until they are good enough to be paired with the god of destruction. Or maybe it is the other way around. Maybe the higher ranked angels do not have to be paired with the god of destruction, and the weaker ones must spend a long time mentoring a god of destruction until they are given a pass by the Grand Priest and can live a more luxurious life where they do not have to serve as an attendant and can compete to being one of the top 5 fighters in the multiverse. Either way, in this theory, Whis is questioning what Meerus is allowed or not allowed to do, and that is where the Grand Priest will explain in the next chapter that their positions differ, or that he is simply turning a blind eye for the greater good. One more theory that I have that's a little different from the others is maybe Meerus was sent by the Grand Priest to restore the balance of Universe 7. As he even mentioned before, Universe 7 is a restless one. Maybe the Grand Priest noticed Goku's potential during the Tournament of Power and realized that Meerus would be a better teacher for Goku to stop Moro, and from observing Whis, he has still not been able to teach Meerus how to master Ultra Instinct. Meerus does seem to know how to tap into Ultra Instinct, so it would make sense if the Grand Priest was the one who sent him, which would also explain why Whis is questioning the angelic laws. Maybe each angel has a certain jurisdiction within each universe. Maybe Meerus is from one of the other erased 6 universes, and according to Whis is not supposed to overstep Whis' jurisdiction. Also, this would be the first time we ever see more than one angel in the governing universe, which is maybe why Meerus is trying to keep his true powers secret, and maybe that is the type of question Whis has for the Grand Priest. But of course, I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Which theory seems more plausible? Do you think the Grand Priest is simply turning a blind eye, allowing Meerus to bend the rules for the greater good of the multiverse? Or do you believe that Meerus wanted to free himself from serving Zeno and wants to take matters quietly into his own hands? Or do you think that Meerus was sent by the Grand Priest to help Universe 7 out? Either way, let me know what you guys think. And as I always say at the end of my videos, I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!